Sri Guru, Vaishnavas, and that holy abode and chanting and seeing how everybody is so Krishna conscious made a deep impact in my life.
咁所以咧，雖然最後咧都係最後咧，藉住人事啦，係去到 Vrindavan 啦。雖然只係短短嘅3日啦，但係咧我係咁見到Guru 啦、Vaishnava 啦，同埋見到大家係好投入喺 Krishna 嘅知覺當中。
Yeah, so this was one of my realizations. Thank you.
所以係對我嗰3日對我人生係一個好大嘅一個嘅影響。
I've heard many devotees who wanted to go to Vrindavan who either didn't have the time or money.
咁我聽過有好多奉獻者咧想去 Vrindavan 啦，但係佢哋可能冇時間或者冇錢。
And everyone would tell them and say, well, you can't just go to Vrindavan, you have to get a pass. Radharani has to give you a pass.
咁然之後有人就同佢講啦，你唔可以直接去 Vrindavan 嘅，你要咧有個通行證 ，Radharani 俾嗰張通行證你。
Then you can go.
然之後你先至可以去。
So, the devotees are always instructed, well, if you want to go to Vrindavan and it doesn't really look like you can go, you pray to Radharani, because if she lets you in, it'll, your boss will give you a raise, or if you don't have, I give you time, or you don't have money, your uncle will say, why don't you go to Vrindavan? I think that's a good idea. Just out of the blue, things like that happen.
咁所以向Radharani 祈禱啦，跟住有時有啲好奇妙嘅事就會發生，可能你冇錢嘅，可能你老闆加你人工啦，或者俾你假期啦，然之後你就可以去啦。
And sometimes you have to go to Mayapur first.
有時候咧需要先去 Mayapur。
Then you get your visa for Vrindavan.
嗰度咧就係得到攞咗你去 Vrindavan 嘅簽證。
Get some qualification. You get the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Then you become qualified, you go to Vrindavan.
所以先得到 Mahaprabhu 嘅仁慈啦，得到呢個資格咧再去 Vrindavan。
But Vrindavan is her place, so I was supposed to go to Vrindavan, but I didn't get permission.
咁咧所以 Vrindavan 咧係Radharani 嘅地頭嚟㗎，咁所以想去有時未。I
don't know if I didn't get permission from Radharani, but I didn't get permission from the visa department.
唔知係咪 Radharani 唔俾我去，
Maybe that's the same thing.
簽證部門唔俾我
The
去。
India visa.
係去印度嘅簽證。
So yeah, so now I'm here. Otherwise, I would have been there.
所以我而家就留咗喺度啦。如果我就喺。
So it's like that, yeah. I couldn't get in. I was going to go on an emergency, but my visa was in an expired passport, and I didn't bring it with me because I wasn't planning to go. So anyway.
因為個簽證喺嗰個過咗期個護照嗰度啊，咁佢本來冇諗住係去 Vrindavan 嘅，但係佢最尾就唔使。
Who else would like to tell a story?
有冇其他可以想分享？
Not mine, but related.
Yeah.
I would like to share actually the realizations of Gunagrav in Maharaj with someone. 咁我想分享嘅覺悟咧就係Gunagrav in Maharaj. He just passed away 1 week ago, 10 days ago. 大約10日前咧喺 Vrindavan 離開身世。I was visiting him in Vrindavan.
8 days?
8 days, maybe
7
days. Yeah. He was actually living in Vrindavan for the past 2 years before he left his body in Giriraj Maharaj's house. 咁當時馬拉出佢係佢離開身體之前2年咧，佢係住喺 Vrindavan 嘅。佢就住喺Giriraj Maharaj 間屋嗰度。And then I went to visit him a few times. 咁我去探訪佢咗幾次。咁 every time he deteriorated, every time 佢話咩啫？咁我每一次去咧，其實都見到佢身體越嚟越差。And then the last time I remember he was lying in his bed, still in the house, in the bed, in the bedroom. 咁當時咧，我最後一次去探佢嘅時候，佢就瞓喺張床度，喺佢個睡房啦。咁佢已經坐唔到出嚟，喺張床嗰度。He was lying in the bed because he was too weak to sit up. 咁佢已經咧係身體太差嘅時候坐唔到出嚟。And then he was chanting he was holding a small clicker. And he was chanting on his right hand. 咁當時咧，因為佢其實攞唔到去連住，已經可以用一個即係嗰啲 clicker 啦，咁係咪右手喺度點樣？And then his eyes actually was fixed on the picture of Radharani. 咁但係隻眼咧其實係望住咧喺牆上面嘅幅 Radharani 嘅畫。 The picture of Radharani was actually high up on near the ceiling, just below the ceiling on the opposite side of the room. 咁嗰時嗰幅畫咧，其實係貼咗喺佢張床對住一埲牆嘅好高嘅地方，差唔多近天花嘅地方。And his eyes was actually all along fixed on the picture when he was chanting. 咁佢隻眼咧，其實一直咧，佢喺度念誦嘅時候咧，隻眼即係喺度望住 Radharani. And then he told me actually, he don't have the energy to go to the temple to see the deities. 咁佢就同我講啦，我已經冇呢個能力，即係體力咧，係去到廟嗰度咧係見神像，見 Radharani 見神像。And the only thing I can do is to meditate on the picture, which I love most. 咁我只可以做咧就係我望住幅畫啦，冥想住咧係即係我最喜愛嘅 Radharani. And only because of the mercy of Radharani, I can still stay in Vrindavan. 咁亦都係因為只有 Radharani 嘅仁慈啦，我先可以仍然咧係喺 Vrindavan 嗰度咧係即係留低喺 Vrindavan 度。And he finally had his last wish fulfilled, that is to leave the body in Vrindavan. 咁佢最終亦都係即係達到佢最後嘅心願啦，就係喺 Vrindavan 咧離開佢嘅身體。And I can see actually when Maharaj looked at the picture, he was so fixed. He never complained about the physical pain and distress he is suffering. 咁當我見到Maharaj佢望咗幅畫嘅時候咧，佢一個信念咧係完全咧係絕對嘅堅定，佢從來咧都冇埋怨過點解佢身體要受咁多嘅痛苦。But for everyone actually we can see how much suffering he had. But he just tolerates everything because he said it's actually the only thing he wants is to stay in Vrindavan to be with Radharani. 咁但係佢從來都冇，其實係抱怨過佢身體上面點解要去受咁多苦。佢就係話佢因為得到 Radharani 嘅仁慈咧，佢就可以咧係留喺 Vrindavan 呢度，一直咁樣為 Radharani 服務。That's a very deep realization that I learned from Maharaj. 咁係一個即係由Maharaj 身上咧學到一個好深嘅覺悟。Yeah.
I was with him maybe a month before he went to Vrindavan. This was before he went. He was in Bangalore. And he was trying to cure himself. Then he went to Bhaktivedanta Hospital, but nothing was working.
咁所以當時Maharaj佢喺Bangalore 啦，佢想去到嗰度嘅醫院啦，去睇下嗰啲治療嘅方法啦，但係都即係冇乜辦法。咁於是Mahatma Prbhu係1個月之前，佢去 Vrindavan 1個月之前見過Maharaj。
So he was, concerned what to do. Should I die? Should I try to fight it?
所以佢當時Maharaj就諗緊啦，我咪應該準備好，咁定係咧我仲有啲，我有啲嘢可以做咧。
And he was feeling, he said, well, I don't feel pure enough to die right now. So that was a big anxiety for him, Nobody's ready to die, but as a devotee, you want to die in pure consciousness. And he said, not that I'm not prepared to leave my body, I'm not prepared to leave it in a pure state.
咁所以當時Maharaj覺得自己仲未呢個淨化啦，或者仲未純粹啦，可以去到離開呢個身體。
And the God brothers were saying, well, just go to Vrindavan and prepare to leave your body. Vrindavan will cure all your problems.
咁所以咧，當時神兄弟咧就同Maharaj講，你只需要咧去到 Vrindavan 去到 Vrindavan 會解決你所有嘅問題。
So I think this must have been maybe around May that I last saw him in 2016. Was it March? No, this was before that. Before Vrindavan. Yeah, in Bangalore. And so, I would think it was sometime May 2016. When did he go to, when he went to Vrindavan? It must have been sometime maybe like June or something. June of 2016. So I hadn't seen him, but when I left him, he was physically and mentally and spiritually, at a low point, the lowest I'd ever seen him.
咁所以當時我見到佢嘅時候咧，佢係呢一個無論係生理啦、心理啦或者靈性上面都係屬於低潮。
Because, your whole life is changing. What do I do? Do I prepare to die and give up all my service? And so it was difficult.
咁所以當時係好困難嘅，佢諗緊我係咪應該準備去到離開呢個身體咧，將所有嘅服務都擺低。
So I next saw him, I think it was January of 2017.
咁我再下一次再見佢咧，就係2017。
And he was so blissful. He'd been in Vrindavan for 6 months.
佢當時咧已經喺Vrindavan 6個月啦，
So
好
a
開心，
completely different person.
完全變咗另外一個人，
He's completely happy.
好開心。
Totally prepared for whatever happens now.
所以
Totally
佢準備
ready. And he felt completely pure.